It's finally time to review the guy, the ruler of the galaxy, the man everyone has been waiting for, Dark Helmet. Yeah, I could review Darth Vader, but you don't want that, old guy. You want Dark Helmet, and I'm here to deliver. Welcome back to Villain Review, where I analyze a new villain every single week and give them a score 1 out of 10. Let's talk Dark Helmet.
Thereby destroying planet Druidia and saving planet Spaceball. Everybody got that?
Planet Spaceball has no air. People can't breathe, and that sucks. So not Emperor Palpatine, President Scroob, gets not Darth Vader, Dark Helmet, and says, hey, you see that planet over there, Druidia? They have 10,000 years of clean air. You gotta go suck up the air over there and bring it over here. Yes, it's the same idea as the villain from the Marvels. Here's the thing though, Dark Helmet doesn't really have a motive outside of this loyalty to Planet Spaceball, and that's completely fine. These are like hardly even traditional characters in the same way I talk about, you know, someone like Venom or someone like frickin' Joker. The whole point of this movie is obviously to be a parody of Star Wars, so Dark Helmet doesn't really have to have a motive or anything like a traditional villain would, because that's not really his purpose. You don't watch Spaceball for really interesting and in-depth characters, right? You watch it to laugh. Most villains, it is their purpose and their role in the film to be an interesting character that complements the film and its themes, but that's not the case here at all. Dark Helmet's role in this movie is to be a parody of Darth Vader and make us laugh, and in that regard, he does a phenomenal job.
No, not that! Yes, that!
Hot damn, dude, do I love Dark Helmet. Starting off with Rick Moranis, this performance is amazing, and it truly shows just how big a difference it is when you have this juggernaut of a master in comedic acting like Rick Moranis. The character himself is this big man-child who's acting like he's this intimidating figure. He throws his power around more than shots to the crotch, but when those layers peel back, and they peel back pretty easily, we see this man-child that is absolutely hilarious. The way Rick Moranis plays him is so good, dude. He's the villain of the film, but he's probably the most memorable character, and I can't stress how much of that is due to Rick Moranis' performance. Granted, the writing is pretty good too, some of the jokes are dumb, but the whole movie is self-aware of that, which I think makes it effective. I think what makes him so likable as a character is the fact he doesn't seem evil. Yeah, he's going along with this plot to steal oxygen, but it feels more like he's doing it out of just loyalty than malice. Aside from that, he's very earnest and sincere in his actions, for the most part. Again, it's like this childlike nature and the fact that he's just a normal guy.
Lord Helmet, what? You need it on the bridge, sir. Knock on my door! Knock next time!
Every scene Dark Helmet has in this movie is great. Maybe because every scene in the movie is pretty good. The first scene is a great introduction for the character, showing us everything we need to know about him. He's kind of a bully, zapping dudes, you know, right in the Middle Earth, but also kind of a goof, not really knowing anything about the ship and just trying to put up this front of being a respected and feared leader. Honestly, I'm not sure who's more afraid, the crew of Helmet or Helmet of looking bad in front of his crew. And that's hilarious. The scene where he's talking to the car thinking she's in it, giving this big speech, trying to sound intimidating, only for her to not be inside, and he immediately drops that act. Dude, I swear every time his helmet comes up, it's amazing. Always that contrast and that switch is just hilarious to me. I don't know. Talk about iconic scenes. Ludicrous speed, amazing. When Lone Star and Barf jump to hyperspeed to escape Dark Helmet, he decides, hey, we gotta go even faster. We gotta go to ludicrous speed. That's right, he's going plaid. Another banger scene that shows the arrogance but also obliviousness of Helmet in this world. Again, just a kid playing dress up. I don't know why he makes this costume change for the desert planet. It's hilarious, I don't know. One of, if not the most iconic scene in the movie though, comes in the form of Dark Helmet playing with the toys of the characters in the film, giving them little voices and making Princess Vespa like make out with them. Absolute stellar work by Rick Moranis, who fully commits to this bit and gives us, number one, a hilarious scene, but also one that gives us all the better insight into Helmet as a character. If you did not believe this guy was a man-child up until this point who just wants to look cool, I mean, do I have to say more? The ending fight is another great one that's decent as a fight, I guess, but it's the way the humor is used that makes it a standout. All these weird moments of Helmet dropping any tension in the situation is pretty great, and I absolutely love that good is dumb line. So many great jokes and gags in this scene, it's a huge highlight in the film.
Now you see that evil will always triumph, because good is dumb.
Dark Helmet is a character who does a great job at 1, parodying Darth Vader, but also 2, being hilarious. The role would not be the same without Rick Moranis, who is the standout in this film due to an absolutely incredible comedic performance. Love him as a character, and at the end of the day, he's a likable guy who you just have to remind yourself is the villain. I'd feel a little weird giving him a really high score because he is just a parody character, but for the tone and the context of this movie, he's great. I'm gonna give Dark Helmet a 7.5.
But sir, your ring. Don't you have the Schwartz too?
No, he got the upside, I got the downside. See, there's 2 sides to every Schwartz.
Thanks so much for watching New Villain Review every single Monday. Hit subscribe. You don't want to miss a single one.